Hello, Governor. Who we saw today.
Yes, we did.
Here in Chillicothe. Welcome to this edition of Litter Media Live, our daily program for this 25th of September. It is a Thursday and big news for our region here today. It won't be here in Chillicothe, but they came here to Chillicothe to make the announcement because of a hiring expo that's taking place up at OUC inside Shoemaker Center today. Coming up in a moment, we'll tell you more about that. And maybe you've already watched what we did live here on our Facebook channel and also on our YouTube channel. But if you don't know what's happening, details in just a moment. But first, let's take a look at what's happening with our forecast.
Yeah, we're still getting a little bit of rain, still much needed rain, but we expect that maybe will clear out by mid-afternoon today. Then sunshine will be moving in for Friday for certain through the weekend, with highs in the mid to upper 70s by the weekend, with overnight lows in the low 60s.
All right. I thought to myself as the rain was falling at the start of this press conference that was held earlier today at OUC, I hearkened back to when Franklin Graham was talking about the inauguration of President Trump the first time around. Mm-hmm. Rain like this is God's blessing upon the area. So perhaps that's what we can look forward to today with the announcement. Details in a moment, but first let's tell you about SCAG. The clearance sale continues at Hometown Motors Incorporated at 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe. You can choose from a wide selection of SCAG mowing equipment, just like you see here, but there's also some other SCAG product that they carry as well. You better hurry in, though, because once these clearance items are gone, the low prices are gone with them. You want to find out more, give them a call, 740-773-8826, or better yet, stop in today. They're open till 5 at Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each weekend this October, Sugarloaf Mountain Amphitheater transforms into Haunted Mountain. Try to find your way out of the escape room. Traverse the spine-chilling scares along our haunted trail. And each night at 7:15, the Mothman Experience begins on the main stage with It Flies by Night. Or bring a lawn chair and enjoy a free showing of our scary movie series on our giant projection screen in the parking lot. See our movie schedule and secure your spot for the Mothman Experience at hauntedmountain.org through Halloween night.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
All right, coming up in a moment, news, sports, and this date in history. Plus, it's our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. Details on that coming up shortly. But first, don't forget you can go to littermedia.com where you'll find a lot of information like that pretty deer that you just saw there. We will tell you about Scioto Valley Forward and some of the other items that are making news for us today. Look at that big aerial shot of the A plant down in Piketon. That is where we're starting here today.
Yeah, big story, and it's possible, like Dan said, you might have been able to watch this live on Litter Media Facebook and YouTube, which we presented all of this, and you can go back and watch the entire press conference that was live earlier today. But Centrus Energy has announced plans for a major expansion of Centrus's uranium enrichment plant in Piketon. The expansion is expected to create 1,000 construction jobs and 300 new operations jobs at the Piketon site, while retaining 127 existing jobs. Now, this will boost low-enriched uranium and high-SA low-enriched uranium production. The size and scope of the expansion depend on federal funding decisions from the U.S. Department of Energy, and a large-scale expansion would represent a multi-billion-dollar private and public investment into Ohio. They announced that they've come up with $1.2 billion in capital monies to build this expansion, plus another $2 billion in orders from customers for enriched uranium from like utility companies has already been secured. So what they need now is, they didn't say for sure how much. $3 billion has been granted from Congress in the recent budget to the Department of Energy for enriching uranium. And they want a piece of that pie to make this happen. And one of the comments that was made by one of the presenters that makes perfect sense, not just because we're from Southern Ohio, if you're going to do this, why not start with the plant that's already ready? Ready. Right. Remember shovel-ready projects that we heard about some time back?
Well,
Here you go.
One thing that Senator Houston had made, his point was a lot of this is being enriched by China and Russia. And why should our allies depend on their enemies to produce this for them? And they said it's time for America to get back to producing this type of energy again. So,
yeah, it's not only a national security issue because nuclear subs and things of that nature need that, but our power plants that create electricity, and what they're saying about AI technology, it absolutely gobbles electricity at rates that nothing like we've ever seen. So we're going to have a clean and fast, very quick way to make electricity, and nuclear is the best technology that we have.
The way to go. So nuclear's the new green.
And we got to get used to saying that, not nuclear.
Right. Well, beginning this Tuesday, September 30th, all services provided in the Scioto Valley Forward Workforce Hub will move to the OhioMeansJobs Center in the Ross County Service Center. The hub, which was based in the annex of the Chillicothe-Ross County Public Library's main branch on South Paint Street, served more than 1,100 visitors since June 11th of 2025. So this will now be in the Ross County Service Center beginning this coming Tuesday. Speaking of centers, how about the new Welcome Center that is being put together down in Yaktangi Park? We have seen the demolition of the old garage area, the service garage area. This is going in that location in Yaktangi Park. We want to say thank you to our good friend Kevin Coleman from Intrepid Historical Services. He was covering the meeting with the commissioners, and they made these presentations, the architectural renderings. So very much looking forward to this. This will be the Welcome Center for the World Heritage inscription. All those people that are expecting to come here, this is where they'll go to get their information. Mm-hmm. And inside that will also be our friends from the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau. That will be their new office and location. It's made sense for them to be in the hotel area where they are now, because that's where a lot of the visitors who come here stay, right there. But now they'll be going back to where the Ross Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau used to be, in Yaktangi Park, back when they were in the old caboose.
Exciting things happening here in Southern Ohio. Ross County League of Women Voters will conduct a Meet the Candidates Night October 7th at Ohio University Chillicothe Auditorium in Bennett Hall. City of Chillicothe and Ross County candidates will be on hand for the public to meet. Now, the event starts at 7 p.m., but the doors will open at 6:30.
Are you moderating this year?
I haven't moderated that in about 30 years. So.
Has it been that long?
Yeah. I think Kevin Coleman has moderated it a number of times.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure. And, I think that they've even changed the format. I'm not even sure that it's like it used to be. It's more of a come and meet these folks.
It seems like a couple of years ago they had a sit down at tables, and it was almost like voter dating.
Exactly.
Express dating.
Speed dating or whatever you call that. I've never done that. But
that poster there said it was they were premiering video interviews.
Oh, okay. So it's a lot different than many, many years ago, the way
Absolutely. The Commercial Point Ladies Auxiliary Club is hosting its Oktoberfest, and it's coming up this Saturday, 1 until 7 p.m. This is in my old stomping grounds. I was educated early on in Commercial Point. When I say that, I mean...
Not by the Ladies Auxiliary, I hope.
No. But my brother was a part of the Community Men's Club, and this is all happening this coming Saturday. From 1 until 7 p.m., they'll have all kinds of things, family-friendly, music, food, mocktails, they say, games and activities. And Commercial Point's not what it was when I was there. It was a little teeny tiny, small little burg. And now it is exploded with homes and everything in regards to, they're everywhere. I don't know how many people live there now, but it's huge. It really is.
If you are into the gaming world, this might be something you want to check out. Get ready for this year's Shawnee Game Conference, which is November 7th and 8th at Shawnee State University in Portsmouth. There will be game demonstrations, industry talks, immersive technology, and more. If you would like to get your tickets, go online at ShawneeGameCon, as in Nancy.com.
GameCon.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot of the esports kids from our area going down for this.
I would say that's probably right. But a lot of people may not realize that for many years, Shawnee State University has been one of the leading universities, not only in Ohio, but in the Midwest, for educating people how to develop these games. And a lot of these things are used even by the military for training.
Right.
So you didn't know that? Now you do.
And our friends at Andrew, who's coming to Pickaway County, will be highly interested in that, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Road report today, a resurfacing project on U.S. Route 52. This is in Scioto County, since we're already down there, between Carey's Run Pond Creek Road and Chillicothe Street. One lane will be maintained using barrels and flaggers, and that project is expected to be completed sometime this fall. How many Chillicothe streets can you think of? And the irony is...
Overall?
The irony is, I don't think there's one in Chillicothe here.
Oh, you mean, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant how many streets in Chillicothe there are.
Named Chillicothe Street.
Named Chillicothe
There's
Street.
one in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
I think there's one, there's Chillicothe, Williamsport, Pike. But I don't think there's a Chillicothe anything streetwise or avenue here in Chillicothe. You think there would be?
That would lead to confusion. That's like being in New York, New York.
Chillicothe.
There's only so many syllables you can use.
And there is more than one Chillicothe. There's Missouri.
But this was the first.
That's correct.
And everybody followed suit.
There's one in Missouri, and where's
Indiana?
Indiana.
There's one in also Texas.
There's one in Iowa.
Iowa. Yeah. You say Iowa?
I think so.
Okay.
There was a moment where when Chillicothe was hosting a basketball tournament at the high school, I had made the suggestion, I wonder if we could maybe get all of the Chillicothe high schools to come together for one big event. And this Chillicothe is, I think next to the one in Texas, is the largest. All the others are very small communities, so I don't know if they'd want to drive all that way. But, wouldn't it be cool to go over to Indiana and play at the
Hoosier Gym?
The Hoosier Gym?
Yeah.
That'd be neat. Have a little Chillicothe tournament.
There you go.
In Indiana. Why not? All right, coming up in a moment, to look at what's making news in the way of sports for you in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. They've been doing this for almost 5 decades now. So if you have a question about anything going on in your home or your business, they can take care of it. Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. AccurateHVAC.com is their website.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology, to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org. And we want to take a moment to welcome Pike County CTC as one of our new sponsors here today of Litter Media Live. All right, coming up in just a bit, our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. But right now it's time to talk sports, and we have our Litter Media Radio Game of the Week with Mike Smith and BJ Daly. That'll be taking place this Friday night. It is homecoming at Southeastern. I just so happen to have the candidates' names in hand here. The senior candidates, Gracie Brown, Ava Carrico, Allison Fisher, Reese Ruckel, and Amaris Ware. And the King candidates, Landon Brown, Gage Cheadle, Weston Flowers, Carson McWhorter, and Seth Walker. One of each will be king or queen for the homecoming at Southeastern High School. So congratulations, kids. Good luck to you. May as well throw in the junior, and I only have the girls on this. The junior is Addison Stewart, the sophomore is Ella Hartmess, and the freshman is Reich Atkins. And today happens to be class color day. So the freshmen are wearing orange, the sophomores are green. Good thing we don't have the sophomore class in here today with our green screen.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't be able to see them. And also the juniors are red, and the seniors are wearing black today.
Does it strike you that none of them are wearing their school colors?
It does. Isn't that odd?
I thought somebody would be blue. Yeah. Oh, well. Taking a look at the Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard from last night. Tournament action got underway this week, of course, with high school golf. Last night, Division III Northeast Sectional at JC's Golf Course. The 5 teams that qualified for the district include sectional champ Manchester, followed by North Adams, Fairfield, Peebles, and Adena. Now, the top 5 individuals, and you'll have to help me with this, Dan, because I'm blocked out by the camera.
Tucker Taylor from Huntington and Carson Hart of White Oak shot 82s. Kennedy McGraw from Notre Dame in 83. Blake Watson from Eastern Brown in 85. And Marcus Lynch also from Eastern Brown in 86.
So congratulations to all of those. And other action last night, high school volleyball, non-conference, New Boston swept by Notre Dame. Lynchburg Clay likewise over Payne Valley. In boys soccer, Circleville 3-0 over Liberty Union. Fairfield Union beat Zane Trace 10-0. Hamilton Township over Amanda Clear Creek. Fairfield Northwest, that match was postponed. In girls soccer, Rosecrans over Logan Elm 4-1, Bloom Carroll 5-1 over Liberty Union, Fairfield Union, a lot of unions in here, have you noticed that? Beat Hamilton Township 7-0, and in girls tennis, Logan Elm shut out Chillicothe 5-0.
Union just means togetherness. Yes. Last night, there was a lot of togetherness in Cincinnati, and in the top of the ninth inning, or the bottom of the ninth inning, when Tyler Stevenson hit that home run, I went, tied, just like that. In the meantime, John Sadak was going, Tyne! And I thought, this is it. He went 4 for 4 up to that,
Right.
well, the extra innings. We needed him to go 5 for 5. Had he gone 5 for 5, the Reds would have won last night, but they did not. They fell in 11 innings, 4-3. Fortunately, the Mets also lost.
And did Arizona.
As did Arizona. And the Reds and Arizona are still tied at a game back in the wild card. My concern about all this, Mike, was going into it. I felt they needed to get 3 wins against Pittsburgh because I didn't think they were going to get 3 wins in Milwaukee. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see how it plays out.
One of those hits that Tyler had earlier, it hit the very top of the wall. He never scored because that was a leadoff double. He got stranded. If that would have gone over the fence, in light of what happened later, they would have won in regulation.
Right.
If
and nuts were candy and butts, was that?
Ifs and buts were candy and nuts, it'd be Christmas all year long.
I knew I had it somewhere there. But the Guardians beat the Tigers. Man, they are cranking.
Ooh, wow.
They won 15 of their last 17 games, or 17 or 19 games. And they now have sole possession in the AL Central lead with their win over Detroit. Tigers can change that up a little bit. They'd still be in sole possession, but they would have the same record. They just own the tiebreaker.
And they became the first team in Major League history to be 15 and a half games out of first place and come back to take over first place in their division. Now, they could still lose it, but that's an accomplishment that has never been done before.
Whatever the management has done in Cleveland needs to sprinkle some of that on the Browns.
I thought maybe they could send it to Cincinnati.
The Cavaliers.
Yeah. One other sports note, Ohio's archery deer hunting season gets underway this Saturday, and it'll run through February 1st of 2026. Not just the bow, regular bow, but the, what do you call it? The
crossbow.
Crossbow, thank you, Dan. All of those things that you can use for archery season, you can find in our website story at littermedia.com.
BJ Daly and Casey McFadden are sitting there going, come on, Mike.
Come on, Mike. Yeah, I've never hunted in my life.
It's a crossbow.
We should have called them and said, okay, guys, tell us everything that you can use. Yeah.
It would go on for hours.
Oh, yeah.
Because
sure
they could tell you a whole lot
I asked
about
BJ, I said, have you ever heard of the Reardon? The
whitetail
the deer festival down there, yeah.
I hadn't heard about it until this year.
Yeah.
And it's the 26th annual.
Right.
I think they've already had it, if I'm not mistaken.
It was early September.
All right, coming up in just a moment, our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. It's on the way next.
Litter Quality Propane, serving 100 years of delivering propane service to southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. We're talking Litter Quality Propane.
Wherever you are there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc. Minimally invasive spinal surgery got him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old. And it's time to announce who this week's Pet of the Week is. Meet Boo. Boo's owner, I think you might know this name, Robin Burno, tells us this big ball of fluff has one true mission in life: stealing my snacks or my food. Ice cream? Gone. Yogurt? Forget it. Honestly, anything edible is fair game. He'll prance, whine, and drool like a furry Broadway performer until you give in. Yes, I usually give in, she says. Boo also takes his job as neighborhood security very seriously. He barks at leaves blowing, raindrops falling, and of course the holy trinity of villains, UPS, FedEx, and Amazon trucks. Walks, those are on his schedule. Sometimes he struts like he owns the hill. Other times he plops himself down in someone's front yard like he's just signed a lease. He's stubborn, silly, and slobbery, but he's my big boy, and I wouldn't trade him for anything. Boo, our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. You can send your nominations to littermedia@gmail.com. Tell us about your pet, and remember to include a photo. We'll announce a Pet of the Year in December, and the winner will receive a trophy and a nice prize from Petland of Chillicothe. You can see all of the 2025 Petland Litter Media Pets of the Week at littermedia.com.
You were talking about all of the delivery guys and Boo. I've been impressed with some of the creativity of these fellas and gals. The one that I chuckled at, the dogs next door were chasing, and he throws out a snack to distract them, and man, they dropped him they went right to that snack. I thought, never even thought of that before.
I saw a Far Side cartoon yesterday, and there was a mailman standing inside the fence, and there was a dog standing off about maybe 6 feet away from him. And in between him and the dog, on the ground, was a can of mace. And it said, and suddenly the can of mace found its way precariously in between two, and the situation changed. It was something like that. It was funny. I miss seeing Far Side on a regular basis. All right, coming up tomorrow, we have another program. We also have another live for you. That's going to be around noon today with a special guest talking about a blanket drive that starts this weekend. But first, it is time for This Date in History.
Well, most of us, from years back, there was a little poem that went with it, or a rhyme, about Columbus in 1492 sailing the ocean blue. But nobody talks about 1493.
Yeah, what happened in 93?
Yeah, well, a year later, Christopher Columbus leaves Spain on his second voyage to the New World.
We've got an image. Yeah. It's gone now. We had the Hurley Mayflower right there.
Well, they came a couple hundred years later. Yeah. Instead of just 3 ships, as he had in 1492, this time around he commands 17 ships. So Columbus was a big man on campus by this time. Hey, you find the New World, we'll give you a few more ships. This date in 1493.
Did Spain finance the second trip?
I believe he did, because he left Spain.
Okay.
On this
that would make sense then.
World voyage.
Yeah. You imagine what it was like when he came back, and it's like, man, because I don't know how long he was over here the first time.
I don't think he was gone a whole year.
They don't teach this in schools anymore.
How long was he there? How long did that party with the Native Americans last before he came back?
Yeah, and the last time I remember studying this in school was about 56 years ago. So I can't begin to tell you, but we know that it created a new opportunity for people to find someplace else to live. Yeah. And it was here.
I've heard, of course, Columbus has been getting a bad rap here for the last 20 or 30 years, but I heard that Columbus is talking about putting his statue back up after they took it down. I
have heard that, yeah.
But I don't know that they've decided where to put it yet.
Is the Santa Maria still on the Scioto River?
I don't know why I thought they moved it for some kind of a restoration, but I think I heard that a couple years ago. It may be back in its place. I'm not real sure. So.
We have a comment from Robin Burno. Boo is excited.
All right.
Congratulations, Boo. Give Boo a nice big furry rub for us. We appreciate that. And then get out the lint roller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in Columbus when they brought the Santa Maria likeness down. Have you ever been on it?
Been by it, but not on it.
Okay, we did go. Dan Jr. was just a little guy when we walked out on it to experience what it was like to be on that ship. But I remember them moving it down the streets of Columbus to put it in its mooring spot there on the Scioto River. But
is it the replica size? Or does it just look like it?
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Of course, back then, those ships weren't.
Yeah, they weren't real
They're
big.
not like what we have today. So.
Yeah, I don't think they're anything like what Hollywood made them out to be.
Right.
So,
yeah. Okay.
That's a look at today's program. And, Robin has just said something else here, I'm sure.
I sure will, and some yogurt
to
celebrate.
Yeah. And don't forget to send in your pet nominations. And if you've got a player nomination for our Player of the Week, which will be announced tomorrow, make sure you send those to us as well at littermedia@gmail.com. All right, that's it for the program today. Back at it with a live Talking About a Blanket Drive coming up in just a bit here on Litter Media.